All right, let's go to number 4. Marie says, what is a healthy way to look at the future with all the disasters in Revelation? I have trouble building up my life without having fear that everything will change soon for the worse. Marie, I felt that way in the past. I'm going to speak to you. Just let me say, I'm not speaking on behalf of the Bible, okay? But you're not actually asking a question about the Bible. I'll mention the Bible for a moment here, and then I'll give you my counsel just as like a fellow Christian, okay, who's been involved in churches that talked very much about the end times and the tribulation, second coming, that kind of thing. So as far as the Bible is concerned, I think that the overarching rule, okay, Revelation does talk about these things. I personally, at least at this point in my understanding, I think these things are talking about future. I think the tribulation is a real thing. So I do lean that way with my eschatology, right? So I do think that Revelation stuff like you is going to be happening in the future. But here's the biblical part I want to really drive in. We don't know when. We really don't know when. And you don't know it's even going to happen in your lifetime. Now it could, but it could also happen 1,000 years from now, 15,000 years from now, 80 years from now. Like, it could happen at any time. Now add to this going through church history and seeing how many people thought that the end was absolutely imminent in their lifetimes. Now it's one thing here, there's two very different things. One's healthy, one's unhealthy. It's healthy to be ready for Jesus to return and ready to be able to say, I'm committed, Lord. I will go with you through any trial and any tribulation. I will be ready when you return, whether you take me home or you allow me to go through hard times. I will be ready for those things. I'm committed to you. It's something else and unhealthy to be expecting disaster and living like you're right about it when you have no idea. That will affect your life in negative ways. It really will. So I would encourage you to put a giant question mark, and here's my pastoral counseling on this, or my counseling even just as a brother in Christ. Put a big giant question mark on when all this stuff may happen, and realize what you can do is prepare your best for the future that you are most likely going to see, which is to say, if things continue as they are, how will I be able to proceed? Do I have a plan in place in my life if the world continues to spin as it has for the past many years? Am I ready for that? Or am I crippled and unable to prepare for a normal future that most humans have had because I'm worried about the possibility of eschatology happening, boom, right now? And I'm not trying to get into the debates of whether you guys are pre-trib or post-trib or any of that. Whatever your views are there, I'm asking, are you ready for that? And are you ready for the possibility, the very, very real possibility that life will continue as it is and Jesus won't even come back and the tribulation won't even happen in your lifetime? If you're not ready for that, you are irresponsible. This is something I say to you and I say to me. If you are not ready for the tribulation, the rapture, whatever, to not happen, if you're unprepared for that and you're like it's not in your plans, you are irresponsible and it's going to cause harm. Now, some of you out there, a few people out there, you're like, no, in fact, it's going to ramp up. I give you guys my prediction. This is not a prophecy. It is my prediction because I've been around long enough to know this. People love round numbers, right? So they want to say like, well, 2,000 years ago, Jesus came. And depending on your math, and there's debates on this, on when Jesus shows up, earliest to be like 26 AD, Jesus shows up. And then earliest for his death is 28. A lot of people say his death was in 30, 31, 32, or even 33. Whatever your view is on that, here's what this tells me. People are going to be absolutely spazzing out in the next several years. 28, 26, 27, 28, 20, all the way through 33, maybe even a little after. They're going to be predicting the second coming, predicting tribulation, predicting all those things. Now, it's possible that it will happen, but I'm telling you, whether it happens or not, they will predict it because they whoever this, the people I'm talking about, they love trying to figure out the mysteries that the Bible has not answered by doing arbitrary math problems and then telling you that they can predict the time. You need to have a very real plan and preparation for if you're wrong about your guesswork on eschatology. That's all I'm saying. I hope that helps you. Yeah, I hope that helps.